Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Good Morning Games podcast. I am Willie and our co-host here, Jacob.
Going on?
Today, this is our first episode. We're gonna kind of tell you guys what's the breakdown. So this podcast is meant to be a morning kind of podcast. We'll give you a breakdown of upcoming games, certain updates for certain games. Already released games, patches and whatnot, and what could possibly be, and then we'll just give you our honest opinions on what happens on that, and then we'll kind of just break into a normal podcast, just start talking about certain subjects. Our first segment, upcoming games. Today we're going to talk about Marvel Spider-Man 2. Comes out October 20th, 2023 on the PS5. It's a PS5 exclusive, but I don't doubt it's going to come out on PC like 2 years down the line. 2, 3, something like that. That's what they usually do. You'll be able to play as Peter and Miles. Peter's gonna have the symbiote powers like Venom, and then Miles is gonna have his electric eel powers, or whatever you call them. They're gonna add a wingsuit too. It's called a web wing. Alright, Assassin's Creed Mirage coming out October 5th of this year. It takes place in Baghdad, the year 861. You play as Basim from Valhalla. This takes place before Valhalla, 12 years, sorry. I think this is going to be a make or break on the Assassin's Creed franchise. I've seen, good parts about it, bad parts about it. Valhalla wasn't an Assassin's Creed game, I'm gonna be honest. It was a Viking game with a little sprinkle of an assassin. Odyssey was okay. It wasn't. They haven't been pushing the plot, modern day plot, I'm gonna say, because I don't know. I haven't liked it. I miss Desmond, but yeah.
I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game since Unity, so I've been out of the loop for a while.
You haven't missed much, I'm gonna be honest with you. You really haven't missed much. Alright, our next game, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. I know we're playing catch up right now. We gotta break down all these big games, and then we'll get into some smaller detail games. But we're trying to catch up right now. That's the goal. So we get the newest news, not this, because this is all old news pretty much. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 coming out November 10th. I don't think they should release this. Personally, I think this should be another year and a half, at least, because Modern Warfare 2 came out last September. Well, not like this. Never mind. A year ago. It came out a year ago. Is Modern Warfare 2. So the campaign, I'm not expecting nothing much out of it for MW3. They're gonna have a zombies kind of game mode, but it's gonna be like Extraction from MW2 2022. So it's gonna play like Extraction. It's not gonna be like your OG zombies where it's round base, which I don't know why they're doing it in a Modern Warfare series. It should be a Black Ops series, but to each their own. I like to complain a lot, so
I feel like, to add on that, the Call of Duty franchise is slowly turning into just numbers. Like, I feel like, I haven't played a COD game since Cold War, but I feel like it's a lot of rinse and repeat. It all feels about the same. And I mean, props to them for being able to release a game like once a year, pretty much. or maybe even 2 games a year, but like it's becoming more and more. How do you put it? Like numbers based, quantity over quality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I like in the beginning, the first, like, when they remade the Modern Warfare series, like 2019 was pretty fun. It was a great game. I had a great time.
Yeah, it was a good game. It was a good game.
MW2, it was a good game. They released it. It was in development for what, 4 years, something like that. Came out last year.
Yeah,
But now
like
they're just dropping this a year later. So I don't think this is gonna be. It's either gonna be somehow better, or, which I doubt, because Activision. Let's be honest here, Activision hasn't been the best recently. After they bought Blizzard, Activision Blizzard, fucking not the best company currently.
Say that again.
But at least we can rely on Rockstar.
Say that. It edited it.
Edited it.
No, say it fast.
Edited it. That's hard to say. That's fucking hard to say.
You're dumb. No,
Shut the fuck up, bro. All right. The day before comes out. Also comes out November 10th under COD. I wonder if that's a coincidence. They're trying to hide something. I'm gonna be honest. This looks like a Division meets State of Decay, which could be fun. It could be fun. It looks like it kind of has a DayZ kind of gameplay. But the cinematics they have that say gameplay are pre-rendered, and I wouldn't pre-order this. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. These devs have been kind of shady in other games. I don't remember if you guys remember this, but it was kind of a while back, like give or take 7-6 years. If you remember, on Steam there used to be like this game always on sale or something, and it was like a pyramid with like lights all over it and whatnot. It was like a zombies game. They released that, and if I remember, it didn't do good, and they kind of just abandoned it. They didn't even want to fix it. Yeah, so that's my complaint about this game. But if it does good, this is gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a more modern DayZ, I would say. You got anything on that, Leggy?
Yeah, I was.
Or Jacob?
I'm really hyped for this. I really hope it does do good. I want to be optimistic, but because the gaming market right now,
Slim to none.
yeah, it's fucking, it's dry, to say the least. So I'm really hoping this will turn out good, because you know what, we haven't had a good zombie game for a while, like a good survival zombie game.
Okay.
That's
fair.
When was like the last one you could think of?
I mean, I've just recently played State of Decay, which was a couple months back. But
yeah, me too. Yeah, I like State of Decay. That was a good game.
I think they're releasing one next year, a new State of Decay. I don't remember. We'll have to look into that for next episode.
Maybe I'm wrong, but my opinion about State of Decay, it feels a little arcadey, in my opinion. But that's just me.
I think that's what they're kind of going for, to be honest. It's not like too much survival, but you can have fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean more like a traditional survival game, like the first one that comes to mind, like DayZ or 7 Days to Die, like something like that.
More like 7 days of trash.
What's wrong with 7 Days, man? You don't like 7 Days?
I've never played it, so I can't judge it. I'm just talking shit. All right, our next game up, Stalker 2, part of Chernobyl.
You mean Chernobyl?
No, I know it's Chernobyl. I'm just pissing people off. It was supposed to come out this December, but they delayed it to next December, so 2024. Honestly, I've seen the gameplay. It's gonna look a lot like Tarkov, I believe. I'm not complaining they delayed it. Just don't like if you pre-order it. Just that's it. They're delayed it, so don't expect it to come out anytime soon. The Stalker franchise has been fun. It's an older Stalker's an older game. It's like super old. Let's see when it came out. Let's see. Let's look that up.
Says it came out March 20th, 2007. Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl.
Yeah, it came out a hot minute ago. But the mod community on Stalker is fucking crazy. They're awesome people. But yeah, so Stalker 2 coming out next year. Should be a fun game. I'm gonna buy it when it comes.
Subliminal, a nice backrooms game. For those of you that like backrooms, Subliminal coming out Q4 2023, so that's coming up soon. We are in Q4 now, as of October 2nd. It's real hyped. It looks good. I think it's made in Unreal Engine, if I'm not mistaken, so it should be full of a lot of scares. You know, I played Escape from the Backrooms. That was a good game. Me and my buddies, we really enjoyed that one. So Subliminal, just it's coming out. Keep an eye out for it if you're interested in the backrooms.
I'm also gonna add on to that. It's an indie game, obviously. Let's see here. I'm sorry. I'm trying to open this up. I want to look at it. So is it a backrooms game, or is it based off the backrooms?
It's more based off the backroom.
Okay.
Or well, I mean, it is a backrooms game. I'm not sure if they'll add their own twist, but it looks pretty. It looks just like a backrooms game.
Okay, yeah, it does kind of look like a backrooms game. Yeah, so look out for that game, Subliminal. Is it early access? When does early access come out? Let's read this real quick. What we got? Well, early access comes out. Wait, hang on. What? Yeah, early access comes out Q4, I believe. And there will be DLCs after release, so keep an eye on that.
Next game, Unrecord. I'm unsure about the name there, but it's been talked about hundreds, if not thousands of times on the internet.
You've probably seen it on TikTok.
Yeah, or anywhere on the internet, to be fair. But it's Unreal 5, a realistic first-person shooter game. If you look up the name, you'll know immediately, and go to images, you'll immediately know what I'm talking about. It was first talked about and like kind of there was some light shed on it in April 2023, and I mean the game, it looks good.
It looks crazy.
Yeah, it reminds me of like an arcadey.
It looks
maybe
like a VR game, but
yeah,
it's not
honestly,
a VR game.
Yeah, it reminds me of like an arcadey like first-person shooter like Tarkov game maybe.
Yeah.
Kind of, I don't know. I'm curious to see where they go with it. If there's going to be
like
maybe a story or anything else.
I think it's going to be kind of like a Ready or Not.
Yeah, I'm thinking so too.
Yeah, I'm looking at this gameplay right here, and I also watched like how they made it. It turns out like this is a real building, and they scanned it with like a kind of like a VR camera, you know what I mean? And then they kind of like pasted it within Unreal, and then added like all the like shining effects and all that, like water effects, reflections, and whatnot. But
cool.
This shows the power of Unreal 5 and what you can do with it. Because if I remember correctly, Unreal 5 is a free engine that you can just grab and just start making a game on.
Yeah, it's accessible to anybody on the Epic Games Store, I believe.
Yeah, no, that looks crazy. We'll show you guys some video on it right now. Actually, we'll check that. our next segment, already released games. We're just gonna give you some patch notes, what's going on, what they do, what's gonna happen, what could possibly be what's gonna break. We're gonna break it all down for you. This was last week, but we've had some delays, you could say. So we're gonna just give you what is, and then we're gonna give you some newer stuff whenever our next episode comes out. So Starfield. Starfield is I've seen it's a rough patch, but so they released a patch 1.7.33. This includes fixes for freezing, game crashes, disappearing NPCs. The patch addresses several graphic issues, including one that triggered photosensitive epilepsy, and upscaling issues that cause texture and to become blurry. That was I would say I haven't played it since this update, so I've never played it. But every time I played Starfield, every time I loaded into somewhere, like a certain room or like the spaceship, I just crash immediately. Like I just boom, crash. I'm like, okay, I guess that's that for the day. I think I uninstalled it, so I'm just gonna wait. And then I've seen there's plenty of mods, fixing the graphic issues and whatnot, but I'm just lazy, so. Yeah, so that's that game. That's kind of crazy though. It causes, at least they fixed it. Shit, you know what I mean? The photosensitive episodes. That was kind of crazy.
Yeah, and for a game to have such a rough start, I hate to bash it because I'm not a game developer at all by any means, but Starfield, from what I've heard, was 10 years in development. Plenty of time to work these out and test. Like, even if they developed it for 8 years and had 2 years of testing, come on.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I think they wanted to. I believe this. I think they accidentally ran the hardware too high, like their hardware, which is like some crazy fucking NASA bullshit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I think they accidentally set it to that. It had to have been something like that, because they recommend, I think it's a 2060, and for recommended, they recommend a 2060 at least, bare minimum. Or no, not even the minimum. That's just recommended on Steam. And like an i7 or something like that, and which I have the parameters for all of that, besides the CPU, I think. I don't remember what gen mine is. But
a lot of games now are like they're pushing up that way. Like, not everybody has a supercomputer, Like not everybody has like a 20, what do you say, it was a 2070 or an i7, like that costs a lot of money, and the average person just doesn't have that.
Yeah, I think I feel like more people now have the 30 series. I'm stuck on the 20 series right now. I got 2080, just a regular 2080. But it's the little engine that could. I fucking love that thing. It fucking kills everything. A solid. If I need 60 frames on a big game, it runs 60 frames. But I mean, the only problems I've ever had with it is Starfield and Cyberpunk.
Yeah, and those are two heavily taxing games on the computer.
I mean, I haven't played the newest Cyberpunk update, but I mean, after a while, like once they started patching Cyberpunk, I was running fine. It's pretty normal, like a solid around 55 frames. It didn't bother me. But I modded the shit out of it too, so. I haven't played Phantom Literary. I don't think I'm going to, because they're charging you, and I fucking pre-ordered that game. But all right, back to the news.
The subject.
Sorry for the rant there. That's later. Mortal Kombat 1 serving as a sequel to Mortal Kombat 11 and a reboot for the series. So this it's a reboot for sure. They haven't added in the main roster. Sonya and Jax are not in the story at all. In the main roster, at least. They added them to cameos. So like Kano, that whole like story kind of that friction of the story right there. That there's nothing. They're not there. But I like how they've redone it. Honestly, I like it. It's a new take. So like
Yeah.
Raiden is no longer a demigod. He is just a straight up normal Joe. He kind of takes the position of Liu Kang because Liu Kang's now the demigod of Earth. And then for the combat pack, there's gonna be Takeda, which is Hanzo's son, Scorpion's son, but Scorpion isn't Hanzo, it's Kuai Liang, and that's a I don't know. I don't think they should have done that. I would have preferred Hanzo to stay a Scorpion and Sub-Zero be Kuai Liang, but they added Bihan as Sub-Zero and Kuai Liang as Scorpion. I don't get it. I kind of see what they're doing. I don't want to make spoilers, but when you play the story, it's like, oh, okay, I see that, but I don't know. So Takeda's gonna be in the combat pack. Quan Chi and Ermac are gonna be in it, they're in the story, and they play in the game. So I don't know why they should have been in the main roster. I don't know why they didn't do that. They're gonna have Peacemaker, aka John Cena, just straight up John Cena. Homelander and Omni-Man, which is gonna be interesting because everyone wants to see those two fight, which is gonna be fun. I don't know how they're gonna make the difference. I mean, obviously they have a template for Homelander, which is pretty much Superman in Injustice. Omni-Man's, I feel like they're gonna play the same, except one has laser eyes.
To add to what you were saying about Mortal Kombat 1, I really like where they're going with this, because I mentioned before this that a lot of games are just sequels now, and this is a sequel, but it's also a new story. Like they took their own little take on it. I like that.
They made a reboot, but they made the reboot make sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of a soft reboot, I guess you would say.
I never really played any of the Mortal Kombats, but I've seen you play them, and they do look fun. And the story, like, it was very in depth. There's a lot to it.
It's a movie. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's pretty much just the game. It's
movie
just
with a couple fights.
Big movie. Yeah.
That's why I love Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I like the game.
Okay. The combat pack though is $40 if you didn't buy the digital premium deluxe quadruple super fucking edition, which was like $120 or something like that. It's gonna be $40 if you didn't get it. I think that's a hefty toll. I'm gonna be honest with you.
That is a big price.
It's just adding 6 characters right there? Yeah, 6 characters.
You know what though? This is what people have been asking for though. So
I get it. The hype.
On one hand, I
get it, but
yeah,
still $40, and we're gonna get it. Like they don't release all the characters at once. They release one like every 2 months.
Oh, so like Homelander and Omni-Man are gonna be like at the last?
Yeah, they're gonna be like the last, I believe.
Look at that. That's some A1 marketing though, because look at them.
Oh,
they're
100%. They're making the money.
Yeah, they're making them wait for like the two that they are most wanted.
Yeah. But they usually do that. They usually release characters not all at the same time. Because Mortal Kombat X and Mortal Kombat 11 they did that, but it wasn't like, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I can't remember. I think they're doing it usually, but I feel like they're, if I recall, like the what fucking combat pack was in Mortal Kombat 11 was, I don't think it was $40. I don't remember spending $40 because it just feels like a higher price. It's kind of crazy. But I believe there is going to be also addition to the cameo roster. but they haven't said who yet. I think it might be just a couple base roster characters. And then also the Mortal Kombat on Switch is doing horrendous. I mean I'm not surprised. It's a handheld. It's like playing Mortal Kombat 11 on your phone. It's also really old. I think they might need to upgrade the hardware, but I don't know what you can upgrade because it's so small.
You know, it's harder to upgrade the hardware for the Switch than it would be just to, how do you put it, like downgrade like the requirements for the game. Because you know how like take like, this is gonna be a funny example, but Fortnite. Like when they did mobile Fortnite, the game looked nothing like PC, for example. Like they had to do a lot of adjustments to like the graphical settings and just overall like what was necessary to run the game, you know? So
yeah,
they may need to do something like that if they want to have it on the Switch, but then again, if you just want to play Mortal Kombat, just
I don't know why you're playing it on Switch.
why are you playing it on Switch? I mean, that's what I'm saying.
You might as well just be playing Mortal Kombat mobile. Sorry, click buttons.
True.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe little Johnny wanted to play fucking Mortal Kombat, and now it run. I haven't even seen gameplay for Switch. I don't think I want to either. And you know what? We'll show it. We'll show it if we see anything. We'll show it right there.
Round one. Fight.
Does it look like a slideshow? I don't know yet. We'll find out.
We're gonna find out in post.
Yep. On to our next game, Baldur's Gate 3. I didn't see too many crazy patches. It was just kind of like fixing a couple bugs here and there. It's a solid game, honestly. I think they were ready for it. How long was it in development? You want to look that up real quick?
Yeah, let me see real quick. Six-year development cycle.
Wow, better than Starfield.
I mean, okay, Baldur's Gate on release.
I'm just giving shit. What's up?
Baldur's Gate on release was actually very good. Like that little
their official release, yes, but like I mean they struggled obviously in early access because they were early access for at least 3 years.
I mean, to be fair though, I played more towards like the end of the early access, and it was kind of repetitive because it was the same stuff. But it's just it's early access, you know.
But it was still fun in early access. You gotta give them that. I had
fun. It was still good. Like
there was a couple crashing issues and whatnot, obviously, but it's early access. You can't be like, "What the fuck, man? I can't. This is unacceptable." It's early access. It was like alpha.
Personally, I'm not really a fan of D&D type games like Baldur's Gate. You know, to each their own. Me, it's not for me. But I do know a good game when I see one, and this is a good game.
Yeah, I'd say it might be game of the year.
I'm thinking so as well.
Because that's like the only like fresh. Because Baldur's Gate 2 came out in 2001. Like it came out a while ago, so I would say this is a fresh take. This might as well be a new game.
Yeah, September 21st, 2000. Baldur's Gate 2.
Oh wow, it was fun. I haven't finished it yet. I need to. I've been kind of slacking off on it. I've been playing a lot of Madden for some reason. Speaking of repetitive games, Madden.
Hey, football.
Nah, actually, never mind. Also, check out the mods on Baldur's Gate if you guys want to have some cooler mods. There are some horrendous things that might traumatize you. I don't know. Whatever you're into, honestly. It is kind of weird. It is very weird. I recommend. I don't know. It's kind of like looking up mods for Skyrim. It's you're not surprised. That's the thing. All right.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of nudity on that page.
Yeah, it's not some fucking downright depressing. Like I don't know. I'd be sad if I did that. Anyways, on to our next segment. We're just gonna talk because we love talking.
First thing I wanted to cover, going back to these games, I wanted to talk about the difference between something like Mortal Kombat. Oh wait, we never talked about Payday 3.
That's next. That's gonna be next episode.
All right, fair enough. But I wanted to talk about the difference between like Mortal Kombat and Call of Duty. Not like the gameplay, obviously, but like how they release it and where they're going with story and just overall like their roadmap, I guess you could say.
Okay.
For example, Mortal Kombat, as I mentioned earlier, I like the take. I like the turn it's making here with the new story, like a reboot, as you said. Going from 11 to 1, like they just finished that story. And with Call of Duty, again, as I mentioned previously, it's very...
They kind of left it empty.
Yeah, it's kind of it's like, to me it just feels more like they're pushing it out, like they feel forced to almost. And I don't know if that is like pressure from the fan base, or if it's just because they people are so impatient.
I think
I don't even know what it is.
This is what I think. So when it comes to rushing games, it's not even the developers. The developers, this is like, that's their kid, that's their baby. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's the like the investors, it's all the higher up, it's the fucking CEO. I feel like, I mean, I don't know, but it's they're pushing it for some reason, and they're saying like think of like it's literally Cyberpunk. Think about it, because I mean they overhyped it. I'm gonna be honest, they really, like, for what the game was at launch, it was a big push, but
Yeah.
But the investors, because they were gonna delay it, but the investors were getting really mad that it wasn't coming out yet. It's all just corporate fucking bullshit. Fuck the corporate. Fuck corporate. That's what I'm gonna say.
I
Indie
feel like
games for life.
I feel bad for these developers too, because like this is their job, and like
And people are dumping all over it.
they're gonna get burnt out. Like burnout is gonna be crazy in the developmental field. Like
Yeah.
it's just constantly cranking out new games. Like, take your time. Like, as a fan of many games, I would rather have a 10-year development. Okay, maybe not. I was gonna say for Starfield, because that didn't turn out too good when it started.
I don't think Starfield has the new engine. I think that's the problem. It doesn't have a new engine. Here, let's look that up.
But I do want to say though, I would rather have a game take a long time with a lot of thought put into it and a lot of care and attention than just cranking out another title,
Yeah. Like Madden 2K.
Well, that's just sports games as a whole. A lot of sports games are a copy of the previous one. I'd even go as far as to say NHL. NHL they do little minor differences in each game, but it's still ultimately the same. You might as well play because when they added for their version of My Career,
Okay.
like
in
they
NHL or?
Yeah, in NHL they added like a little story behind it too. Like you could text your coach and that was pretty cool. Because it was different.
Yeah.
I think that went from, it was NHL 18 to 19. They added it in 19, or I don't know. I'm not too sure about the specifics, but you might as well play it when it was released, because the new NHLs are the exact same, just with different rosters.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think my favorite like career out of all the like 2K sports games, like all that EA games, is probably like NBA. I think it's 2K19 or is it 2K20? I don't remember.
Yeah.
But like you'd have like on-field on-court interviews and shit. I thought that was awesome.
I do like what 2K does with the story mode. You know,
I wish they
there is
did
a
that to
genuine
Madden.
story.
I wish
Yeah.
they did that to Madden, because Madden is more like, I'm gonna be honest, they should remove all the combines, because the combines are terrible. They're not fun. It pisses me off. It's not. I think they should remove the combine, or like, that's it.
Change it.
They should just make it 30 times easier, because there should be no reason why I'm like 5'9" and I'm running like a 640. That's not right. That's not right.
I was gonna say though, like with 2K, I really like what they do with like they have like a genuine like story. You know that like as you progress through your career, there's like a story about it. Usually, it only lasts like maybe the first season or two. So if you get to like if you're playing like 20 fucking seasons of your career, then there's probably not going to be much else except for like when you retire.
Yeah.
But I do like 2K is very ambitious. They always have a different story every year. But
Yeah, Madden. I feel like Madden's gotten a little bit sloppier, but I feel like, because I've only played Madden on PC, so I just got next gen like for Madden 24. So it's like a fucking brand new Madden for me. But there could have been a little bit more story, I think, because it's kind of like you're just a rookie in the draft. That's it. Like there's no like rivalry, like in the other 2K. Like there was like rivalry, like you're like beefing with some guy.
oh yeah, 2K18. There was that dude ATM.
I never played.
2K18, you got like drafted from like you went to like a park and you played good during a game and they like drafted you in the park. Yeah, it was that was pretty funny.
The thing I liked about Madden 19 was you were able to pick your college, and then you played a couple games in that college game. I thought that was cool.
Oh yeah, they
you
did
could
that
pick
too.
like Texas Tech, Georgia. You could pick all those teams, like Florida and all that. Like you pick, like it wasn't like all the college teams, but it was like there was a good number of selection.
Yeah.
All right, back to the engine. What? This doesn't make sense. Okay, this is an old article. No, this came out September 10th. What the hell? It says, notably in recent interview, the famous with Bethesda's Todd Howard said that official mods. Oh, this is mod support. No, I was trying to look up when the Creation 2 engine came out. It's not giving me a whole lot, but they used it on Fallout 76. Wait, it's a new iteration, but it's I don't know. I feel like they should have done better on the engine, but I mean, I can't talk because I've never made a video game engine. But I don't know. I don't think they did much for the engine. I'm gonna be honest here, because the way they should have just done Unreal 5. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Fuck it, every game.
Yeah,
Unreal 5.
Unreal 5. If it's not Source, not Source. Fucking why did I say Source?
Hey, Source 2 just came out, man. You
Is
never
it
know.
Source 2?
Yeah, Source 2's out.
Okay. Yeah, if it better be Source, Unreal, or that's about it. Frostbite engine that doesn't use cutscenes because Battlefield sucked. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, no, I was trying to look up if it was using the new engine or not. I can't find anything, but it's a new iteration. So it's not even like a new engine. It's a new iteration of that engine. Because let's be honest here, the Skyrim, like talking to someone in Skyrim is not the most interactive thing. Like, yeah, you can talk to them, but it's like their facial and, you know what I mean? Like their facial features.
There's a lot of the same voices too, same voice lines. Or I mean, not same voice lines, voice actors.
I don't know about that in Starfield. Skyrim, yeah, that makes sense, but I don't know about Starfield.
Yeah, for Skyrim, yeah, but I actually don't know. My dad
is what's up?
My dad plays a lot of Starfield. He's been playing it fucking every day since release, pretty much. He was playing it on when it was in the beginning when it was on like it was literally a slideshow. It was
Oh,
like 3
God.
frames. Yeah, dude, I don't know how he was playing it, but yeah, I'll have to get his input and I'll put that in.
Gotta get a
We'll put
couple
that in
quotes
next
from
week.
him.
Yeah.
Um,
What was it he was talking about the credit system? That was funny.
dude, he was raving about that.
Yeah,
That's all I remember.
yeah, he was
like,
going
yeah,
in
he
on
was
it.
going in on it. Yeah. So that the Creation Engine 2 is an iteration. So I don't know how they're using iteration. Is it just a copy that's a little bit better, or I think they should have just kind of done a little bit of a clean slate. I'm gonna be honest with you. But yeah, so I'm gonna go. I was hearing a bad thing about Warhaven, which is a newer game that came out.
Warhaven.
Yeah, Warhaven. I think it's Warhaven.
Yeah, I was looking at new releases. I wasn't sure what
It
what that was
looks like
though.
a fun game. It really does. But I see like some of the Steam comments are saying that it destroys your GPU or just like hardware in general because of the anti-cheat.
Oh
Which,
yeah. I was looking at this game with
Yeah.
Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas was talking about it. It uses Unreal Engine 4. Still looks like a great game.
It looks like there's a lot going on. Like
I don't know what to describe it as because I haven't played it because the whole anti-cheat problem. Because the anti-cheat just tanks your hardware, and I don't want to fry my.
so. Are we thinking I download it? Download it and see.
That's all you. That is your decision.
I'm not doing it. I'm just
That is
kidding.
your decision. That is all I'm gonna say. It looks like a fun game.
Yeah, and it's got mixed reviews though. I'm sure that
I
a
think
lot
it's
of them,
because
yeah,
of
are
the
about
anti-cheat.
system. Yeah,
But like their armor is kind of interesting because it looks like they have. It's like medieval knight armor, but with like Kevlar vests. It looks interesting.
yeah, that's definitely a unique look.
It's not lore accurate. I mean, to the game, it's lore accurate, but to real life,
Yeah, this guy looks like Tachanka and in like knight armor.
yeah, that looks awesome. They got like Da Vinci's flying machine. That looks kind of cool. Yeah, like this game looks fun, but I don't know if I'd download it right now until they fix their little issue with it.
I think it's funny, and I'm not bashing this game, but in the trailer, this guy's got a vest on with ammo pouches.
Hell yeah.
And
I like that. I like
they
that.
got swords.
I like that.
Yeah, it's definitely a unique look at gaming.
Yeah, it's a
Definitely.
unique
Well,
take.
yeah, in the medieval world, I mean.
Do you want to talk about? Let's talk about Star Wars real quick.
Oh yeah, what do you want to know?
How's Ahsoka?
It's good. I think it's pretty good. It's definitely giving the fans what they want to see in regards of like the prequels.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of prequel, like flashbacks. To those who know what I'm talking about, I don't want to spoil it in case you haven't seen it, but there is a certain episode with some certain things that go on, and it's definitely a fan service, but it's not in like a bad way,
Yeah.
Because like there's some things that happened in Star Wars that were like a fan service. I think in the Book of Boba Fett, when there was 2 episodes dedicated to Mandalorian.
I didn't like that. I don't like.
Yeah,
that
it took away from Boba Fett. That's why I'm watching the series.
I feel like the reason they did that is because they needed to write
like
Grogu
tie in
back
the story.
No, they needed to write Grogu back in. That's literally it. That was all it. That's why. Because last we saw Grogu, he was getting shipped off with Luke. and then it cuts to Luke and Grogu, and it's like, what? I thought this was Boba Fett, not Mandalorian. And like Din's doing his own thing, and then they meet up at the end, and they pick him up, which is like, even Tamora Morrison was complaining. He's like, yeah, he took my 2 episodes. And I didn't mind the take on Boba Fett because he's more calm.
Yeah, I like that he's matured a little bit, and he's not so much like a
he's not
killer.
A deadly. I mean, I feel like he should still be a badass and not soak in a bacta tank, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of like mixed about it. Like, I like it, but
I wish they would have done more surrounding him towards the end, like the finale, like, and with Cad Bane. Actually, shit, that's probably a spoiler.
No, it's
you know what?
Boba Fett's
if you haven't seen Boba Fett, fuck you. No, just kidding. But if you haven't seen it yet,
it's been a while since it's been out, so I'd say you're fine with spoilers.
Okay, well, spoiler warning. When Cad Bane came back in the end, in the finale, I feel like that was kind of it was a fan service in the wrong way. I like the cameo with Cad Bane, but it shouldn't have been like, oh, I'm here to test how you've become, like how if you've gotten better.
That didn't make sense, but I feel like the reason they did it is because if you watch the like unfinished Clone Wars season 7.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and they fight.
They fight.
There.
That's how they duel. I think that's what either Dave or Jon Favreau wanted to do.
It felt a little bit forced in the Boba Fett series.
Yeah, it was a little forced, but it was.
You know what I just thought of?
Huh.
Now, this is just me, but I feel like maybe they should do an animated Young Boba series to add onto that, because you know how everyone hated the prequels, and they were like, oh, in the beginning, I mean, and all the critics were saying the prequels sucked, but then we come back and we're like, this was good movie. Like these were a good set of movies. Maybe there was some poor performances in 1 and 2.
There were some pretty cringe
3,
spots. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Episode 3 was a good movie.
Episode 3 wasn't too bad. It was.
And
that's my favorite Star Wars movie. But
yeah, and they built on it with Clone Wars, with all the prequel like TV shows and whatnot. Like, I thought that was a good
Disney
idea.
Bought it.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe they can take a page from.
They're not.
George Lucas' book.
That is not. No.
But this is all just what I'm saying. What I feel like should happen. Maybe it would be good. But like, if they made like a Young Boba animated series in the Clone Wars style, like, that'd be sick. I'd watch that.
I'd watch that. Yeah.
And then that would give them a reason to put in that unfinished, season 7 episode.
Yeah. I mean, the new season, like the season 7 that actually came out, wasn't too bad. I wish we saw a little bit more of Obi-Wan, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, you don't really see him that much.
You don't see him too much in what he's doing. But I like the whole like Maul plot where he's trying to lure Obi-Wan to Mandalore Mandalore. Is it Mandalore?
Yeah, Mandalore.
But he's like, why are you here? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, to Ahsoka.
Mm-hmm. But what I don't like is the 332nd. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it should.
You don't like the Ahsoka Legion?
I think it should have just stayed 501st. I'm gonna be honest with you. Come on, let's like. I get it. They're like, yeah, our commander, quote unquote, is back. But I don't know. I was just kind of like, like, that's just me though. I feel like I know everyone else liked it, but that's just me. I wasn't a big. And then Captain Vaughn, come on.
Oh yeah, that dude. Yeah.
Straight up cop, like a reskin of Cody. Come on, man. I'm a 212 guy, so that's me. So I was like the second I saw him, I'm like, bro, why does
Cody in blue and orange?
Yeah. I was like, come on now, come on. That's what happens when you fucking run off.
I didn't quite mind the 320 or 3. What was it? 332nd?
Yeah, 332nd.
But I didn't hate it either. I didn't like it nor hate it. I thought it was like a good touch. I thought it was kind of like, like a good homage to Ahsoka, and she was gone for that time. But
Yeah.
yeah, I liked that. I thought it was okay.
Um. Is there any news about Battlefield 3? Or Battlefront 3? Sorry.
No, I do know that the license ended.
Oh yeah, that's
For
right. I completely forgot about that.
yeah, from Disney to EA. So
Yeah,
anybody can
so
make a
it's
Star
it's
Wars game.
it's anyone's game. I mean, Ubisoft is making one.
Oh yeah, I thought it was. I don't know why I thought it was Bethesda, but because they
I
wouldn't make it.
wish it was fucking Bethesda. That'd be fire. I mean, I don't know actually. And that, like now that Starfield came
Yeah,
out, but
yeah.
I mean,
You know
there's
what?
mods for Starfield that like
Yeah, like
have
Star Wars mods.
stormtroopers and shit for like security forces and whatnot.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But
But
yeah,
I also wanted to mention about
there was a
games
game that was a Star Wars game that was supposed to come out for the Switch. I don't think it ever came out.
for the Switch.
Yeah,
Like just the Switch, or
I think it was like a Switch and mobile exclusive kind of thing. Sorry, I got hiccups. It kind of just
yeah,
went
I don't.
like it was a little hyped up, and then it kind of just went under the radar.
Yeah, yeah, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, hang on. Let's see what we got here. It was Star Wars Hunters. I don't think it ever came out. Yes, yeah, it never came out. It says release 2023, but I'm not seeing anything.
Maybe not many people covered it.
I don't think it came out. It said initial release date 2022. It's meant for Nintendo Switch, iOS, and Android. But
It's called
then,
Star Wars Hunters.
yeah. I don't really know what it was like gonna play like though. I think it was gonna be like a Valorant kind of thing, but like a third person Star Wars. I think it was supposed to play weird. I know that. I know it was gonna be different. But these guys made it. The
Yeah.
guys that made so if your mom, grandparents play Farmville, Farmville 2, Farm damn, they made a lot of Farmvilles, bro. That's the studio that's making the Star Wars game. Let's see what else they made. I know they made a bunch of games. They make a lot of puzzle games, so I don't know. That's kind of like what do you call it? Swatter or not Swatter? Wait, what is it?
Someone say Swatter.
No, it's not Swatter. It's the Revan, where you play as Revan and shit.
You play as Revan?
Yeah.
What is?
Bro, the old it's Star Wars: The Old Republic. But
KOTOR, Knights of the
yeah,
Old Republic.
Coder, yeah, Knights. You
Yeah.
play as Revan. You know that, right?
I never played Knights of the Old Republic. I still got to.
Yeah, the second one you play as Revan.
Because I know they were going to do a remaster of it,
Yeah, that's
and
what I
that
was
one
trying to look
that
up.
got delayed.
I think it got shelved.
Oh yeah, I think you're right about that. Yeah.
Knights of the Old Republic remake.
Yeah, I never played it. I was far too young, and I wasn't into those games
I
at
mean,
the time.
I played it a little bit, but then I just watched a whole fucking 6 hour long 6 hour long video of like the whole sum up pretty much.
Yeah, I really wanted that remake to come out because I wanted to get into it and play it. I know I could just go back and play
Well, it's like
the original, but
it's a remake, but it's like it's not gonna be the same stuff that's happening in that game. It's gonna be completely different.
oh really?
Yeah, Star Wars Eclipse. That's what it was called.
Oh yeah, that wasn't that open world game?
No. That's what it was called. The Coder remake is Star Wars Eclipse.
I I don't know. My brain's scrambled right now.
You're thinking of Acolyte. Are you thinking of a show?
I was thinking of the Knights of the Old Republic remake. I thought it was just gonna be like a remaster of
No,
KOTOR,
it's not a remaster. It's a whole, like remake. Like they're full blown doing their own thing.
like a new game.
Like a new game, yeah. Like it's like
Oh,
it's like Mortal Kombat 1. It's just a fresh take.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I think. What is this? Hold up. We're gonna.
Try one of those fan made like fake outs or something.
I guess. You know what I want to watch? I want to watch a GTA 6 fake out, dude. That was fun. GTA.
I saw,
You remember those?
yeah, all those like fake like fan made trailers.
Yeah, it was like I love watching this because I used to get so hyped for it, but it like uses like Crew 2 and shit.
Mm.
What is this? They like they're using GTA 5 as. Where was it, dude? It was like a good it was like a good trailer, but it wasn't GTA 6. Because I like for a second I was like, is this actually? No, because Rockstar didn't post it. Like I was like trying to figure out what it was. I can't find it. Whatever. Yeah, so Star Wars Hunters and Star Wars Eclipse are also that Ubisoft Star Wars Ubisoft game. Ubisoft. Let's see what we got here. Outlaws, Star Wars Outlaws. That's what it's called.
Oh, that, yeah. Wasn't that the open world game?
Yeah, that's the Ubisoft one.
I hope that turns out good.
It looks cool. It does look really. It looks cool, but I just have it looks like the way the game plays. I think it's gonna be like kind of a cover shoot and move. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Kind of like a Gears of War, that kind of thing. Let's watch is there a gameplay trailer? There's a gameplay trailer. Gameplay walkthrough. What? Hold on.
I thought it was gonna be like an open world, like.
It's an open world to an extent. Like you can go land on a planet and like go. You can't. It's not like No Man's Sky where you go wherever on the planet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're gonna watch this cutscene. I'm gonna be honest with you. We're gonna watch this little cutscene. No, we're gonna put it. Why is it on that? Give me HD. Give me HD. Come on. That does not look HD. That looks terrible. Boom. How about that? That looks better. All right, we're gonna do this. How am I gonna do this? Do this. Do that. And then we're gonna go. We're gonna do that. All right. And then we're gonna go over to here. Just gonna go boop. All right, you watching, Jacob?
Hang on, I'm out of my desk.
Oh, okay.
You go ahead and play it though.
All right. Play a little bit of it.
John, just hope. We made it, Nix.
It's like she drives. She like drives into a temple. That's what she's doing. It doesn't look too bad. Like for like how long they've been making it, and this came out a while ago. This doesn't look too shabby. Yeah, and they use like a
Hey, Andy.
commando drill.
You're late, Kay. Doc is waiting.
What? Are you worried?
No.
Okay.
Do you know what time this takes place in?
Troy.
What?
I mean, obviously it's after
Be careful.
the Clone Wars.
Donka's a broker,
They're
not a
using the
friend.
commando.
She can't be trusted.
Who can out here? See you back at the ship.
Oh, damn.
Round 2 and I still like my odds.
Maybe an unpopular opinion, but I would like
Okay,
a Clone Wars
Vess.
era game.
Back already.
That's
I
everyone.
told you
though,
she's
to be
fresh,
honest.
but she's good.
You think
Who's
so?
this?
Dude,
Just a friend.
imagine a Clone Wars era story
Twins.
mode game came out.
Yeah, that'd be gas.
That would be
Job was
popping.
more complicated than you said, Dunka.
You lived.
Like, that would be crazy.
Hey, these aren't toys. They're investments.
Wait. We haven't met.
Don't really know many of you.
Stealing illegal contraband, running with syndicates. I could say you're a threat to the Empire. But I won't have to if you're smart.
Oh, you can make your... I didn't know that.
Thanks.
You can make your
I'm
decision.
smart
like,
enough
your-
to get
make your
myself out of
choice.
trouble.
You pay the tax just like everyone else.
Whoa, kid, let's just relax.
Nice piece right there.
You won't make it off to Shara alive.
Oh, I'd shoot her. Let's kill her.
Maybe.
Oh, come on. Alright, I think if they're gonna make you make a decision, you're allowed to do whatever you want. You know what I mean?
All troopers.
Like, yeah, that's a lot more things to do, but like for the development and whatnot, and they're trying to push the
That
story.
Imperial announcement wouldn't be about you, would it?
Could be.
I'd
I
blast
told
that.
you not to trust her.
Oh,
Not the
that's
first time we've outrun the Empire.
It's like a different show. That's more of a troop carrier.
For the Lambda shuttle.
We need to
like,
leave.
It looks like a
Yeah,
Lambda shuttle,
no
but
kidding.
it's not like the big fins. It's got like short fins
Yeah.
and a fatter body.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I like that. Is it like the wanted?
Yeah, it's the one.
The 3 stars?
Yeah, it's like 3 stars.
Oh, are we
That's
good?
cool. That's a nice
Nothing
loading
on the
screen.
sensors yet.
'Cause if I recall, that was just a loading screen.
Anybody on the sensors now?
Oh, it was a loading screen? I thought that was like a seamless, like, you took control.
I think that was I mean, I don't know. It might be like you're just flying around. I don't know. It looks like a loading screen to me. Cause look how.
Well, what I was thinking was,
like,
see
you
how it's
take-
like it's a takeoff and then the borders go back to normal. Like,
Yeah. But like, I don't know. It's like the cloud. I feel like the clouds are super. Like you go through the clouds and it loads. You know what I mean? Because now you're in
Yeah.
space. I don't know. Like it might be seamless. Maybe you can do a lot more, but I mean, it looks cool because you got to go through the atmosphere. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like there's a literal atmosphere. Which
I think
is
it's funny
cool.
that she's like hundreds of miles from the planet at this point.
And now, yeah.
Like, she'll
Hey,
turn
Star
back
Wars,
around.
dude.
And... Yeah, but I mean, how fast are they going?
Star Wars,
I don't
bro.
know. Maybe I'm nitpicking.
Oh, you can just hit hyperdrive. I'd abuse that. I wonder if you can hyperdrive into things. Pull a fucking holdo maneuver, dog. Okay, the
That'd be
shooting
crazy.
looks not terrible. I mean, it looks like Battlefront, to be honest with you. Which isn't bad. Decent. Good shooting. Did I say Battlefield or Battlefront? I don't know why.
Nah, you said Battlefront.
Okay. Alright, I'm not a fan of how slow this thing is, but I don't know if they're gunning it or not. If they're trying to be cinematic or what.
I'm sure.
Oh, you can do a little alright, that's straight out of Battlefront, I'm gonna be honest. That roll.
You know what? That kind of the space. It kind of reminds me a little bit of SWOTR whenever you're in the starship.
Oh, I've never really played it. So.
I mean, that one you're on a linear path, and I'm sure this one you can control what you're doing. But
Yeah. Okay, that's enough of that before we get fucking hit with a hammer of some sort.
The Disney fucking actually
No, not even Disney. Just
Ubisoft.
yeah, the Ubisoft hammer. Send that. All right.
You know what? I think every developer company. Okay, maybe I'm speaking because I want this to happen, or maybe just because of I don't know. I'm not sure, but I'll just say it. I think every big company, gaming company, big or small actually, because Elden Ring was a small company when they made their game.
What?
What?
What are you talking about?
They were like a relatively small development team.
FromSoft. A small company.
I mean, they're no AAA company.
You know they made the entire Dark Souls franchise, right?
Yeah, but how many? Okay,
I don't think you understand how massive Dark Souls is.
all right, then cut this part. But let me go
Dude,
back.
you would be berate. Like if we had like viewers, bro, they'd be like, "What are you talking about?"
Who made Elden Ring?
FromSoft. Am I
All right, how many developers did they have on the game?
I don't
like,
know.
working?
A lot. It's FromSoft. They're not a small company, like you.
Let's see. Development team is surprisingly small compared to the rest. Okay, I mean more in like big and small in terms of developers.
Like
Because
Activision.
yeah, like
Because they got a lot of people.
They have a shitload of developers.
They have a whole fucking office building, yeah.
All right, but anyway, as I was saying, I think every company, big and small, should make a Star Wars game to solidify their place in the market. For example, like Ubisoft, they're already making theirs.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, like if everybody made one, like who knows? Maybe they'll get a deal with Disney and they'll make some fire fucking games. Maybe we'll get a Battlefront 3 after all. Maybe not from EA, but like from somebody else.
Yeah.
Or what Battlefront 3 should be.
Should have been, yeah. Or could have been.
Yeah,
Because it's always stopped at Battlefront 2.
It's a shame.
Battlefront 2
They need to give
curse.
it back to BioWare. And that's just for
Star
real.
Wars?
Yeah.
Give it back to BioWare?
Yeah.
But EA owns BioWare, so they kind of call the shots for BioWare.
Well,
BioWare needs to make another Mass Effect game. That's what they need to make. That's probably what they're making right now, honestly.
A lot of shit needs to happen.
Yeah.
But is it gonna?
Probably not. You want to end it here?
I want to end on this. While we're talking about development of games.
Okay.
Too many companies now. I know I sound like a broken record at this point, but too many companies now are cranking out games, quantity over quality, and that puts, and as well as like not even just cranking out a game series, but like multiple games at once. Like, is it Activision or Bethesda? I'm not sure. Somebody is working on like 6 different games right now. Like, you're pooling assets that can be used to generate one good game for like 7 like mid games. So like 6 or 7 mid games.
Well, usually they use their bigger studio for what their previous projects are, and then smaller studios to upkeep games that are already out. That's what they usually do. Like Valve. That's why they have such a small team, is because all they're doing is upkeeping games right now. They're not really making anything. You know what I mean?
So like Bethesda.
Okay, yeah, but Bethesda's a big company, yeah.
They just did Starfield.
Mm-hmm.
What's that new one that they're working on?
They're
working on Elder Scrolls 6.
Oblivion. It's like an Oblivion remake or something. I think it's an Oblivion remake.
I'm not sure. Elder Scroll.
Oh, I still have that on that side. Oops. Let's take that out.
But I think companies just need to go back to tradition. And I mean like tradition like maybe like 10 years ago. Because people weren't releasing fucking 67 games at once. Like we don't like from my perspective, I would rather them take a little bit of extra time to put out a good game than just to release it unfinished.
Yeah, they're
Or like
remastering Oblivion.
I
Which is
get it.
Elder Scrolls 5, I think.
I get it for smaller companies to do like early access stuff, but like there's no reason for big companies to do anything early access. Like they should just release their game finished. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But that's just me.
yeah. Yeah, Oblivion is an old game. Came out in
Yeah.
2006.
Elder Scrolls 6. Yeah, they're working on that. Potentially 2026.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. So yeah, we're just kind of finding our feet, finding our footing. We will possibly next week, if I upload this correctly, there should be one coming out next week.
Stay tuned for that
Stay
one.
tuned. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notifications bell since you're already down there. Yeah, give us a like, give us some comments, give us some criticism. I want to hear it. I want to see what we can do better on. Probably transitions. I'm gonna imagine some transitions.
And let us know if there's anything we missed that you guys think we should talk about.
Yeah, if you guys want to give us some ideas to talk about, we are free. We're free to hear. We're here. So, yeah, enjoy rest of your guys' day, and good night, good evening, good morning. Hasta mañana.